I'm in a same-sex marriage, so,
Right.
I'm already kind of cast away from that standpoint, although, Catholicism has come a long way even with that and their different beliefs, and, the Pope has come out with different things. So I think it's really hard to talk about stuff that doesn't necessarily affect you personally, right? Like, who am I to say what situation affects another woman in
Right.
whatever way? So I think that one's really hard. So I try to stay away from that one because, you know, don't
It's
walk
a
a
tough,
day in somebody
tough topic.
don't walk a day in someone else's shoes. And I think that a lot of those topics, the people that are very one side or the other are looking at it from a religious view and not necessarily like a common sense in the moment specific situation view like you just stated. Being the mom of a daughter, I mean, God, I hope I never have to have that conversation of, something happens to her that wasn't intended, and now
Right.
we got to deal with that. I don't know what I would do as a parent, and I think that until you're kind of in that situation, it's easy to say, here's what I would tell my daughter to do. But put in that situation, who really knows? I mean, it's a really tough question to answer. I think so. The pod I listened to yesterday was actually Sue Bird's pod called A Touch More. And the first half of the pod was like, all sports where they were talking about WNBA stuff. And then they had Stacey Abrams on at the end, who obviously is in politics down in Georgia. Really, really intelligent, really, really well spoken. I actually liked listening to it because I think conservatives and even sometimes moderates paint these people to be villains, just like on the other side, we paint people to be villains and that they have no common sense. And she spoke a lot in terms of, the acronym DEI, and it stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Mhm.
right? And how in our society, a lot of different topics are kind of commonly woven through. And I do think from a conservative and a Democrat, because I don't think everybody on that side does a good job of making sure that they all are, consistent with that, is if you're going to say that we want everything to be diverse, that we want everybody to have equities, right? So the ability to participate and then the inclusion of being able to participate, it's got to kind of be consistent through all things.